In the news, President TINUBU declares state of emergency over food security in Nigeria. KONGONET urged KOGI government to regularize employment of newly recruited teachers. Hundreds arrested following protest in Kenya. And on sports, ADESANYA trains ZUCKERBERG ahead of MUSK fight. This is the MLC TV Global News, reaching you live from the city of Lokoja, the confluent state of Nigeria. I am Joshua Adenoy. Thanks for joining us. The President Bola Tinubu government has announced plan to pay 12 million Nigerians 8,000 naira monthly for 6 months to cushion subsidy removal effects. This was contained in a letter sent to the House of Representatives read by Speaker Tajuddin Abbas during plenary. Abbas said that President Tinubu explained that the move will serve as a support to enable the poor and vulnerable Nigerians cope with the cost of meeting basic needs. The speaker noted that the president is optimistic that the support would have a multiplier effect on about 60 million individuals in the country. In order to guarantee the credibility of the process, he said digital transfers would be made directly to beneficiaries' accounts. President Bola Tinubu has declared a state of emergency on food security as the federal government stepped up efforts to tackle food inflation following the removal of fuel subsidy. Special advisor to the president on special duties, communications and strategy, Dele Alake, disclosed this to State House correspondents after consultations with key stakeholders in the agricultural sector value chain at the presidential villa, Abuja. Tinubu also approved that all matters pertaining to food and water availability as well as affordability and essential livelihood items be included within the purview of the National Security Council. This is to be followed by an immediate release of fertilizers and grains to farmers and households to mitigate the effect of subsidy removal. The presidential aide also said the move is part of the president's effort at cushioning the rising cost of food and its effect on the citizens of the country. The Department of Security Services, DSS, says it has charged the suspended governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, Godwin Emefiele, to court. Spokesperson of the DSS, Peter Afunaya, in a statement explained that the decision to charge Emefiele was in compliance with the order of the Federal Capital Territory High Court. Meanwhile, Nigerians are waiting eagerly to see the process and the court's decision over the charges levied against the suspended CBN governor, Godwin Emefiele. Meanwhile, Nigerians are waiting eagerly to see the process and the court's decision over the charges levied against the suspended CBN governor, Emefiele. The Coalition of Civil Society Organization, KOGI NGOs Network, KONGONET, has called on the state government to regularize the employment of the newly recruited teachers and pay their salaries. The call was made during the second quarter 2023 press briefing by KONGONET in Lokoja, the state capital. Chairperson and Assistant Secretary of KONGONET, Idris Ozovehe Moraina and Ibitoye Bola, respectively, called for the revitalization of the education system by giving special attention to basic education through increased funding, infrastructure improvement, and recruitment of qualified primary school teachers. A member of KONGONET, the Civil Society Action Coalition on Education for All, through her state coordinator, also lamented the decline in education standard across the confluent state. On politics, some opposition parties in Nigeria has demanded the resignation of the chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, Mahmood Yakubu, on the basis of the European Union Election Observer Mission report, which gave the electoral umpire low marks in its conduct of the 2023 general elections. The Labour Party and the People's Democratic Party said the EU report on the election confirmed their positions that the 2023 polls were not transparent or credible, but alleged that the INEC and the All Progressives Congress (APC) dismissed Yakubu's indictment by the parties. The Director General of the Labour Party Presidential Campaign Council, Akin Oshutokun, called for the immediate dismissal and prosecution of the INEC chairman over the role he played in the 2023 presidential elections. Chief Observer and Member of the European Parliament, Barry Andrews, who presented the preliminary findings of the EU EOM report in Abuja, observed that shortcomings in the law and electoral administrations hindered the conduct of the well-run and inclusive elections and damaged trust in INEC. However, the EU report was roundly criticized by the presidency and the APC, even as some party faithful protested against the EU EOM's stance. The Lokoja chapter of the Okenwe Development Association, ODA, has called on the citizens of KOGI State to eschew hatred and campaigns of calumny towards the November 11, 2023 governorship election in the state. Key executive members of the ODA gave the charge during a meeting with Avoy Nwogu, the Senior Special Assistant to Governor Yahya Bello of KOGI State on electronic media in her office at the state capital, Lokoja. Stakeholders who spoke during the meeting are the liaison officer to the Government House Administration on Abuja Electricity Distribution Company, AEDC, Engineer Lamid Obadaki, and the Managing Director of the KOGI State Agricultural Development Project, ADP, Prince George Ogirima Bello. They both urged the electorate and politicians to play the game by the rules, saying KOGI is one and that the people should avoid anything capable of disrupting the peace enjoyed under the administration of Governor Bello. They passed a vote of confidence on the candidate of the All Progressives Congress, APC, Ahmed Usman Ododo, and his running mate, Joel Salifu Oibo. The leader of the team, David Ohinoi, who also represents the Move for Esusu Clan Association in Lokoja, used the occasion to congratulate the senator representing KOGI Central, Abubakar Ohere, on his birthday and prayed for more of God's wisdom on him to enable him deliver positively and move KOGI Central forward. In her response, the Senior Special Assistant to Governor Yahya Bello on electronic media, Avoy Nwogu, commended their efforts and good gesture to adopt her as a member and one of the sponsors of the Esusu Clan launching in Lokoja. Avoy encouraged them not to relent in their move to support APC governorship candidate Usman Ododo, saying that his emergence as governor will enable him sustain the developmental strides of the incumbent Yahya Bello. We go on a short break. We'll be right back.
Malachite TV Online is here. For your timely and reliable news that reaches you fast with the breaking news, choose MLC TV. Get human interest stories right here on MLC TV. With entertainment, sports, business, culture, tourism, and fashion news stories all featured on MLC TV. Not forgetting political and current affairs news, state and federal government and people's matters will be discussed regularly on MLC TV. MLC TV, your one-stop online destination for unbiased, accurate news, entrepreneur ideas, and youth matters to the rest of the world. MLC TV, reaching everywhere, informing everyone.
Welcome back. On crime, the Chief of Army Staff, Major General Tared Lagbaja, has issued instructions to the Nigerian Army troops to take control of areas where Simon Ekpa, a self-proclaimed follower of Nnamdi Kanu, the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, has imposed a sit-at-home order in the southeast region of the country. Lagbaja's directive came in response to an announcement by Ekpa, based in Finland, who called for a 2-week sit-at-home protest to begin on Monday, July 31st, 2023. ECPA stated that the purpose of the protest was to demand the immediate and unconditional release of Nnamdi Kanu and to advance the cause of Biafra's freedom, and warned of severe consequences for those who disobeyed the sit-at-home order. Brigadier General Onyema Nwachukwu, the Director of Army Public Relations Officer, declared ECPA's announcement unlawful and stated that it will not be tolerated. The Army disclosed that the 82 Division of the Nigerian Army, in collaboration with other security agencies, had been directed to conduct extensive patrol, secure volatile areas, and ensure the freedom of citizens to engage in lawful activities. Also, the Anambra State Commissioner of Police, Adiremi Adeoye, reassured the public that the State Police Command would continue to provide security for the people who wish to conduct their daily activities without hindrances. He emphasized that the police had no concern for individuals who preferred to stay at home instead of working to earn a living. A Chief Magistrate Court sitting in Port Harcourt, Rivers State, has remanded a pastor, Pilar Erekwa, to a maximum security custodial center for allegedly defiling and impregnating a minor in Emohua, local government area of the state. The accused Erekwa, who is the presiding pastor of the Glorious Covenant Church, was arrested at Ndele by the Rumuji Police Division. He also threatened to kill the minor if she told anyone, and later allegedly proposed termination of the pregnancy, but her family objected to it. He was arraigned by the Criminal Investigation and Intelligence Department of the Rivers State Police Command on a 1-count charge of sexual abuse. The accused pleaded guilty when the charge was read to him that he sexually abused the 15-year-old girl in Mbola village in Ndele, Emoha local government, between December 2022 and January 2023, thereby committing an offense punishable by the law of Rivers State. The trial magistrate, Ogi Elkena, adjourned the matter to 19th July 2023 for facts and sentencing, remanding the suspect, Erekwa. On the foreign scene, Kenya's Interior Ministry says more than 300 people, including a lawmaker, had been arrested following violent anti-government protests that left 7 people dead in the country. There were deadly clashes and looting in parts of the East African nation as protesters took to the street over tax hikes, and police have been accused of a heavy-handed response and criticized for using a tear gas against civilians at a school where dozens of children were hospitalized. Opposition leader Raila Odinga, who called for the protest, has vowed to keep up the street action until cost of living pressures come down. On sports, Paris Saint-Germain are preparing to launch a second bid of 120 million euro for Nigerian forward Victor Osimhen. The French champions had their initial offer of 100 million euro for Osimhen, but rejected. Reports indicate that Napoli value Osimhen at 150 million euro, a price tag that no other club is currently willing to meet. But the Laurentis, believing PSG to be the only team capable of affording the talented striker, has dismissed other suitors, including Chelsea, Manchester United, and Real Madrid, all of whom have expressed interest in acquiring Osimhen's services. Though Laurentos told Osimhen's agent that he will only entertain offers close to 200 million euro in this summer's transfer window. Nigerian-born mixed martial arts champion Israel Adesanya has posted images on Twitter of him training United States tech billionaire Mark Zuckerberg. It comes ahead of a potential cage match between the boss of Meta, which owns Facebook and Instagram, and his rival, Elon Musk, the South African-born entrepreneur who now owns Twitter. Adesanya, in a post, said both him and Mark have South Africans to deal with, along with 4 photos of the duo training together. Zuckerberg, 39, and Musk, 52, agreed to their cage bout over social media last month. The date of the fight is yet to be confirmed, but the pair are currently embroiled in another fight, with Meta launching an alternative to Twitter last week. Babrela Onwalu takes us through the latest happenings in the world of entertainment.
Welcome to MLC TV Entertainment News. I am Babrela Onwalu. In Africa, Nigerian business mogul and music producer Michael Collins Ajara, also known as Don Jazzy, has debunked all rumors about him making the rounds on various social media platforms. The talent manager, who was a guest on a podcast with Feyi Fosudo, disclosed that some people believe that he secretly got married and bore children under the radar. Don Jazzy stated that others allege that he is unmarried because he is a homosexual or a child groomer. The millionaire music icon debunked all hearsay and enjoined those who take pleasure in fabricating fake news and those who spread such to do better things with their time and ideas to better their lives. And out of Africa, Blackpink star Jimmy Kim has addressed claims that some of our historic performances lacked energy. The singer told Dua Lipa at Your Service podcast that she was often experiencing physical pain after her performances. It's the first time the singer has acknowledged the criticism, but stressed that she has been working on her physical health since 2020. In the past, some K-pop fans criticized the star for being lazy and unable to deliver her choreography, even when it looked flawless to the uninitiated. Thanks for joining us. I am Babrela Onwalu, reporting for MLC TV.
Thank you, Babrela. On a sad note, a former Nigerian senator and governorship aspirant in Ekiti State, Senator Gbenga Aluko, is dead. Aluko, a former lawmaker who represented Ekiti South constituency between 1999 and 2003, was said to have slumped and died on Saturday after he collapsed in his office in Abuja. According to a report, Aluko was neither sick nor exhibited any symbol of sickness until his death. May his soul rest in peace. And that is the size of our package for today. Keep supporting us by subscribing to our YouTube channel, Malachite TV. Like and follow our Facebook page, MLC TV, MLC TV 2, MLC TV Yoruba, and Ebiravabe MLC TV. Instagram, MLC TV 2021, Twitter, Malachite TV, and TikTok, Malachite_TV. For your event coverage, appearance on any of our programs, contributions, comments, advert placement, or sponsorship, please call or send SMS to any of our numbers displayed on your screen. Join Malachite TV online on weekends to watch our various programs. Saturday 7 p.m. Political Arena, Sunday 6 p.m. Women's World, and Monday 9 a.m. The Opinion. It's Malachite TV, reaching everywhere, informing everyone. Please continue to be your brother's keeper to build a happier and better society together. I am Joshua Adinoy. Have a wonderful week.